Hi everyone, my name is Trevor Ramey and I'm here to show you a really great educational tool called Edmodo. So let's jump right into it by going to edmodo.com, and what you'll see here is it's going to take us directly to my home page. My home page is already set up because I've already set up an account, but it's a very simple process to get your account set up. It just requires your name and email, and there's no school email or anything like that required. Anyone can set up a page. Now you'll notice this looks very familiar, and that's because it's basically Facebook for the classroom. It's a social media platform without all the distractions or dangers inherent in other social media sites, because students are only able to talk with the teacher or publicly. There's no private messaging between students. So let's go ahead and get started. As a teacher, you'll want to create a group for each of your classes. We'll create one for my imaginary first period, and we'll make it a 10th grade English class. 10th from the drop down, subject area, language arts, subject English. And this is just for students, but you could just as easily set up a group for teachers. We'll hit create, and it's going to throw us a group code. This is the code that you'd want to hand out or email, as you see over here, to students in order for them to join your class. I'm just going to copy it. That way here in a moment we can add it to our sample student page to get an idea of what it looks like from the student's perspective. So here's our first period class. Of course, there's nothing up here yet because we haven't added it, but as you'll see at the top, you've got the information on the class, Mr. Ramey's 10th grade language arts class, and as the teacher I have the ability to change the title of this or any of the other settings. You also have the ability to upload a note or an assignment or a quiz or even a poll or just a picture. We're going to start by adding a note for our new imaginary unit. We're going to say, hi, I will be adding some information for our new unit. Here is a PDF of the text we're reading. So now, since I mentioned that we're going to be reading a text, I'm going to go to my Google Drive, which I have linked with my Edmodo account because I use my Gmail, and pull out a sample text. So I go to my Capital City High School folder, grab this PDF right here, and I'll attach it to my note, and I'll hit send. So now, whenever my students join, they'll see this is my post, and they'll see that there's a PDF that they can download or print off for the class. Let's also go up here and add a quiz. And I'm going to load, or here we'll hit create quiz. You'll notice that when you want to add a quiz as a teacher, it gives you the ability to title it and then choose what type of a quiz. So multiple choice, true or false, short answer, fill in the blank, matching. And then you could go in and personalize this or customize this in any way you want. For the sake of time, I am just going to load a quiz that I've done previously. Right here, it's a narrative point of view quiz. See, it auto loads all of the questions and answers, or the terms and their definitions. Right here, if I wanted to add more questions, say add a multiple choice or something like that, I could also do that. But we'll just click done, which is up here at the top right. And again, it's going to throw us a group code, trying to remind us to join, have kids join. And then I'm going to select a due date for our quiz as tomorrow at 11:45. If I wanted to add more of my classes, say for instance if I had 4 English classes and they were all taking the same quiz, I could just type them in here and it would add this quiz to their groups as well. For the time being we only have one group, so I'll hit send and it'll post our quiz up there as well. So now we have the text that we added from Drive and our quiz. Now, let's take a look at what this might look like from the student's perspective. I already have another browser set up here with my sample student, and I'm going to join this group that we just set up. I just copy and pasted that code that it gave us and click join. And here we are as a student. Here's where Mr. Ramey told us that we'll be reading a text. I could click this and it'll pop up a PDF within our browser window. I'm going to go back to our group and take our quiz, start quiz, and here's where the student could drag and drop the correct information. And I'm going to leave some of these wrong so that we can see what that looks like. Submit quiz. Gives them a second chance. And I can go view my results. Here we see I got a couple of answers right, a couple of them wrong. Say 3 right, 2 wrong. And gives us the correct answer there. But that's all right. Go back home. And here we go. Now let's say I had a question or an issue that I wanted to ask my teacher. I could either type it right here so that it could be publicly seen by the whole class. Say, do I need to print this to bring to class? And if I hit reply, it's going to post that directly to the teacher's post so that anybody can see it, which is nice because if the teacher answers that, all the students will have the information they need right there at hand. If instead I needed to ask a private question, maybe as a student you need to know if you need to have a meeting, I can send that, and as you see here, it's just going to send to the teacher. You could just as easily send it to the entire class, but every now and then there needs to be a little bit of private correspondence. So I'll hit send, and you'll notice that that's not going to pop up on the feed because it just goes directly to the teacher. Let's go back to the teacher view by minimizing this window, and here you can see as a teacher it will show, I'll refresh my page, and it's going to show me that one student has taken that quiz, still reminding me to get people to join. One student has turned in their quiz. I can go view that and see how their question breakdown was. They got 3, sample student is the name of the student, 3 out of 5 right. I can click on it and see that they made it. It's also going to give me in my notifications window this direct message. As you see here, sample student sent you a direct message. I can view that and see and reply. Yes. All right. There's one other really great thing about Edmodo that I thought was very beneficial, and that's this right here. You'll see invite parents. You can actually have students take a page home to their parents that looks like this handout that Edmodo already provides for you, so that parents can join and view the progress of their student. They'll be able to see how their student's doing and what their student is doing. So I'll copy that and we'll go back to our student page. We'll sign out and sign back in as a parent to take a look at how that looks. I've already got I'll say not now. And as you see up here, it says Edmodo for parents. This gives the parents the ability just to see the assignments that their students have and how their students do without giving all the other information about other students to them. And you'll see that all of the assignments they are given, as well as how their students do. I think that this is probably one of my favorite things about Edmodo. So we're going to go back to our first period class here, and I want to show you one more thing that's also very beneficial for us as teachers, and that's back on the home page. You'll notice up here at the top it says Ask Our Teacher Network. So as well as being a tool for teachers and students to communicate with each other, Edmodo gives teachers the ability to communicate with other people or teachers in the education community. This is where we can go out and ask for resources on certain projects that we're working on. So here you see Miss Gibson is asking people about Julius Caesar and if they have any information. You'll see there's 8 replies, and it's just a great way to find new resources. So that's Edmodo in a nutshell. I hope you all got something out of this. I know that I did in researching it, and have fun using it.